and the camera zoomed in on him, and I was like, oh, that's Dustin Rhodes. That's crazy. And like, you know, I just thought like
As a
it's
fan,
a complete 180.
yeah,
like
it was just like, what happened?
Yeah, what the just happened? Like he's, you know, what this character?
Yeah, Goldust, and then Goldust evolved, and look where he is now. Career.
Yeah.
As a character that he went through a lot of problems with while he was in that character.
I've always said he was one of the top wrestlers ever, right there, and these people did not take him too seriously as he
His
should
family.
have. He had a good run as an Intercontinental title.
When he was with Barry Windham, and they were in WCW, they were one of my favorite tag teams around that time.
I just feel that the WWE felt he was too vanilla, like just like cookie cutter, like, you know.
Yeah, they needed to. They gave him a character, and he ran with it, and he made it.
And he made it.
He made it something.
Just like his dad, polka dots.
Yeah,
and he needed to make something for himself, you know.
What is it? The rumor goes that it was a rib. Because you know what they did with Dusty, it was a rib on Dusty again. Because, you know, Vince, there's all these like stories that like, oh, they named Virgil because that's Dusty Rhodes' real name. You know, so that was their like little stab at Dusty Rhodes. Yeah. And then when Dusty Rhodes came to WWE, they gave him the polka dots, so that was a rib there. And then with Dustin coming in, they were like, oh, let's make him this. You know,
yeah, supposedly it's like some conspiracy theory of the McMahons messing with the
Rhodes family, and then doing the whole thing with Stardust. And
allegedly,
stuff,
you know, like these are conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean that we believe them.
Some conspiracy theories, man.
we just going down the rabbit hole, man.
Talk about all the rumors.
And I mean, I feel one of the biggest ones is John Cena.
John Cena's evolution kind of gets me tight because he went from being a heel first to being a face and then being a face forever. I think he should, if he ever comes back, he needs to come back Hollywood Cena.
Hollywood Cena, not Bradshaw. You got the hair for it. It's the second time I said this joke. Where's my sound effect, yo?
I don't know, bro, but Cena.
What about The Undertaker?
The Undertaker.
Oh yeah, I hear somebody in this room detested one of the characters of The Undertaker.
American Badass.
I hated
it. I hated
Badass. No, you too, bro. See, this is why me and Ernie are good
Could the guy take a break from that character?
It was just
American Badass.
I mean, seriously, if you're an Undertaker, you're doing nothing but slow walking all the damn time. Using the same character for so many years.
Okay,
don't you think the man wants a break for once and do something different?
I'm not a fan of recycled gimmicks. So it's like when he comes in with the motorcycle, it's like, oh, they did that already. You know what I mean? Like, it was the Road Warriors that did that first.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that it's like, oh, okay, you know. So and then Undertaker to me is the Undertaker. He's supposed to be a dead man. You know.
Now he's just
when he just broke kayfabe like that, it's like, nah. Man,
well, you're right, but now the man just became American Badass, so he wanted to switch the thing up for once.
I don't know, but
he needed a break.
Yeah, and then there was also another thing. Yeah, his songs were like Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit.
It was like the ultimate sellout.
Yeah, it was a sellout move. That's what I see it as. It's a sellout move.
Do you guys remember when the first time you saw? I mean, obviously everybody knows when he appeared, but do you guys remember what did you think when you first saw The Undertaker?
I remember being
I was scared.
Yeah,
I was
scary.
My brother would tease the crap out of me. My brother, Henny, he would tell me, "Yo, The Undertaker's gonna kill me, man, tomorrow."
But
I'm like, why?
This is what I would say. Like when people ask me, they'd be like, "Oh, how long you been watching wrestling or stuff like that?" Or like, "You ever think it's like, do you think it's real or whatever?"
Stuff
like that.
There were that would catch you.
This is the thing. I always thought it was like, I don't know if I ever thought it was real because I was kind of. There was a part of me that thought there was like a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but one thing that I knew for sure, guaranteed for sure, was that those were characters. Because I knew for a fact, I was like, okay, that's the guy that was Mean Mark Callis or Mean Mark Calloway or whatever in WCW. Now he's the Undertaker now. That was a character he played. Now is a new character, but like he's wrestling because that's wrestling.
Exactly.
With short hair, all like all nice and slick.
He was like a Texan guy,
Yeah,
like
Texan guy, like a truck driver, like a. That's what
no,
it
but he
looked
was like just big, leather vest guy.
Yeah.
And chaps.
Yo, our dad was the first one who broke
ruined it?
kayfabe for me, bro. I was like, yo, Dad, yo, check the story out. So I was just, Dad, check this out, man. I'm so proud. There's a Latino coming back to the WWF at the time. He's a Latino guy, bro. He's Razor Ramon. He's like, ew, bad guy. And my dad comes and goes, he's no Latino. He's a white boy acting Latino. He's like Scarface, man. Go look it up. And I was like,
he broke your whole shattered.
K-Fab,
Scott Hall was.
First of all, I never knew who Scott Hall was. Like, I had never seen him before.
Yeah,
right?
me neither.
So he just
Lone
popped
Star.
up.
He was,
was
in Puerto Rico, another guy that was in Puerto Rico for years.
But I believe he jumped from AWA to right into.
He was a Diamond Stud.
He was a Diamond Stud.
Yeah, but I didn't recognize that. I didn't recognize it. I guess we're still kids, You're still real to me. Damn it.
We segue into another transition.
Also,
Scott
we were
Hall.
poor, so we had one TV. So it was like if my mom was watching Sábado Gigante, that's what we were all watching. We were all watching Sábado Gigante. So no Saturday night wrestling, none of that.
No.
If we got the okay to watch Saturday night's main event, it's a different story. That's like at 11:30. You know.
Yeah, that was a long night.
That was one thing I can't agree with you,
Something.
because my mother would watch wrestling, but she'll watch AAA Mexican wrestling, and I would enjoy myself watching those.
Yeah, that was good wrestling too.
Oh yeah,
Good,
I used to
bro.
watch that too.
Triple H still good.
Orale.
No, but I'm just saying that so we missed a lot of stuff.
Oh, of course we had.
Yeah.
We didn't. We were young kids. We didn't have a lot of access.
Shit.
Yeah, but that
We were strictly
Razor
limited
from the
on
Diamond Stud
technology.
to Razor Ramon to Scott Hall. Yeah, that was a good
Scott
evolution.
Hall,
there.
the lone wolf,
The
lone
outsider.
wolf, the outsider. Hey yo.
And when he
My favorite was Razor Ramon.
when he
My
popped
favorite
in
race.
on WCW, I was like, yo.
Razor.
I don't know if you guys.
Oh, and
remember.
Say
NWO?
hello.
Yeah,
Say
NWO.
hello to the back.
I knew it was
guy.
coming.
the big guy, he's coming.
Then it was so dope when
I
they
was
when they
smart
were
to business.
announcing their NWO covering the WCW Tron with pit on there with their blankets showing NWO on it, mad
Yeah.
cheesy, but so dope at it. It was like,
What
about-
screw you
I
guys.
want to
Wait,
ask
we're
you guys
talking-
something.
Go ahead.
Well, now that we're talking about NWO, so
This talking about NWO could go deep.
yeah, but like,
We'll be here
bear with me,
forever,
bear
bro.
with me,
Yeah.
bear with me, bear with me. Okay, so did you guys? Did you guys ever think to yourself that it's the WWE guys invading WCW?
The theory
No,
of
the
McMahon-
theory
of
that they
Vince
keep
take
saying.
insurgents.
So that when you watch these DVDs and those, behind the scenes, they're like, the fans didn't know. We were going to WCW and the fans were like, what the hell is the WWE guy? And in my head, I was like 12, but I was smart to the point where I used to watch. I used to call this hotline where
Damn,
it was a hotline.
There was a
You know what I mean?
hotline.
Yeah.
Nigga, you did that.
Yes, me and Berto used to call a hotline, and we used to listen to all these wrestling behind the scenes news and stuff, so that we knew that they were
Jesus
jumping
Christ,
ship.
This is pre-internet
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
So kids, you're lucky today. Now you can just say it into your phone.
Yep.
Listen.
We used to have to sit there and listen to a conversation on the phone because you're listening to like a message or something.
That's not the hotline I used to call.
But like
baby.
so like we knew all that stuff. So in my head, I never saw it as they were invading. WWE was invading WCW.
You were like, this is a storyline.
I just thought this is a storyline, but then like, not until like a couple of years ago when they like started making all these like the network and behind the scenes things, they started like saying how like the fans didn't know, like how smart. Like even Scott Hall said like, I was in MSG and like, the fans are smart at MSG and we were surprised, and it was like, what are you talking about? We're surprised. A lot of people are like, a lot of these wrestling fans are smart to this business. Like they knew that you were leaving and stuff like that. So, but then there's still that little bit of like, is he leaving though? Like maybe he's not, you know. Yeah. But like once they saw him lose, they're like, oh man, you sold out. Yeah.
I gotta be honest, bro. I was even in high school. And then you know I watched wrestling, but at that time it wasn't like so like popular. Mm-hmm. So it was like on the low that I watched wrestling. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody I watched wrestling. You know?
Yeah, because people would have been like, "Oh, that's fake." What you watching? You know, the typical.
I didn't want to hear that for sure. Yeah,
I was always
open about wrestling.
Well, you guys had like about 10 years. 10 years younger than I am, bro.
The OD now, man. The OD.
In my time, it wasn't like popular.
MBX, you couldn't pop off like.
Nah. You couldn't be like, yo, I'm a wrestling fan.
Hulk Hogan.
You can't walk around the street with an NWO shirt. So I hear this kid, right? And he's like, oh, you know, Paul Levesque is coach to the WWE. Paul Levesque. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like WWE, like even I just found it weird that even at that time, at that time, even people were smart up on that. I didn't know. I wasn't smart. I still thought it was like, really, like what's going on? How the hell
you know that?
You know that.
Do you know? Because you have a cousin in there.
To answer your question, if it were members of WWE invading WCW, no. And I say that because I feel like the reason why that was not invaded, because otherwise things would have run way different than the way how they ran WCW.
Yeah, they ran it to the ground.
They ran it to the point like they wanted to do what AEW is doing right now: run a business, make money.
Well, who knows?
And no, like take for instance, this is what I'm trying to say. Like I don't know if I'm saying it right, but it was like they're implying that the fans thought
we're not hip to it, you know, like
that we were not hip to it. Yeah,
like a lot of people were still kayfabe.
Like the hell out. Like what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Like we were still they were doing kayfabe and it's like, yo, we knew that you guys were leaving and we knew that, you know, there was a reason why this and that.
Yeah.
To get information like that back then was a little bit of a challenge, but when you come across like the way you did, by making a phone call, you got your answer. Me, I had no idea they were leaving. No clue. Because I had no access to anything. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just wanted to see the next wrestling show up on TV. That's it. That's all I wanted to see. And to the day that my boy Lewis, that I used to hang out with back in 109, he told me, yo, guess what happened? I'm like, what happened? Scott Hall and Kevin Nash are in WCW. I was like, no. So yeah, bro, turn on the channel, go on TNT. I turned on TNT. I was like, oh, what the just happened?
Do I know this Lewis?
I think you might have met him once. He this is Lou. He used to live down by.
I don't know.
That's how I could say.
I thought it was like Lou Sims or something.
Nah, not Lou Sims. He was not into that. He's all about rapping. That's it.
So that evolution, bro.
Cut that whole part out.
Why?
Lewis from his apartment is blah blah blah, and his phone number is 1234567.
He's not gonna cut that out. He's just gonna go bleep 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 bleep. I think you should do that.
You sure?
I like the bleeps.
Hello, wrestling fans. Thank you for listening. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Yeah. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts and opinions. Follow us at WF Squadron on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Wrestling Fan Squadron on YouTube. We are the Wrestling Fan Squadron. Oh, yeah.